All right, good morning. It's early Saturday morning, and I just want to kind of give you an update on some things that's going on with the aftermath of Ida. It's been a slow process coming back to recovery. I'm not even halfway there yet. But in order for me to be able to clean out the back, I had to start in the front so we can have area to walk and move to carry all the debris. And so I just went ahead and started in the front, and I'm just going to show you how it's looking out here. Now, if you've seen the before pictures, you've seen how it was. So it's starting to look a little better. I'm getting back to normal. Okay, everything's still here. The only thing I lost, I'm fogging up again, hang on. The only thing I lost was the loquat tree that I had right here, and so I went ahead and planted another one. I had two of them for sale, so I just went ahead and took one, and I planted that yesterday there. So everything else is doing good. The mulberries, I stood it back up. It was leaning over. I thought it was going, but man, it looks really good and healthy. The elderberry was doing real good. I just cut a bunch of it off, cut it down. Because she was really big and wild, and everything was hanging over to the point where it was actually pulling the whole tree over. So I'm probably going to get in there and cut some of that out of there, make it smaller. I don't need it to be real big. I just something I'm gonna have to keep an eye on, because it does grow wild. My pomegranate was leaning all the way over, and I stood her up, and she's popping with green. Oh, and look at this. Look at this on my kumquat tree. All of a sudden, popping with flowers, and I already have fruit on it. Well, kumquat trees pretty much will bear fruit and give you kumquats all year long. I find that with it, they flower and give you fruit all year. You know, as growing up, and I would hear kumquat, I always made a face, ugh, you know. I tell you what, kumquat, I would have several trees, and I am going to plant another one. They're just so good, because you can eat you eat the whole thing, the peeling and all, and it's really packed with nutrition. Especially when you're eating the peeling on something. Really, you know, most of the time when we peel something, we peeling more than half of the nutrition off of it and getting rid of it, and you know, we eat the part that has less nutrients in it. But anyway, check this out. Of course, it was all flooded and I lost everything on the ground, but look at that right there. You know what that is? That's the comfrey I had planted right there. It's coming back. And I had another comfrey back here. I'm not sure exactly where at back here, but I had a comfrey probably in this area right here, and I'm waiting to see it to start coming back. My fig tree was laid down on the ground, and I just stood her up, and then I come out today and there's green popping out on it. My banana trees are okay. The ones in the back, the tall big ones, I cut some of them up. I still got to do some more cutting back there and get all that in order, the big trees. But I got to work on those. I'm not going to get no bananas this year. It's too late for those to grow, because you don't get bananas till the banana tree grows its full height. I got all my what they call the sugar cane, and I still got to from this area rake it up and clean it out. That's what I got left in the front to do. And my two papaya trees, one's laying there, one's laying there. They're gone. Those two papaya trees are gone. So other than that, here's an elderberry here that's actually getting some green on it and starting to grow. So basically didn't lose much in here. the 2 papayas I lost. I'm pretty sure that the comfrey that was up in here somewhere is probably going to grow back. I find that stuff is pretty strong, and then after seeing that coming up, I'm pretty positive it's going to start coming up somewhere. So now I did have some kiwi in here, and I think it's okay. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what I'm looking at when I see it. I'm gonna just leave it alone for a while and see what happens there. Okay, so everything's doing good here. That's another huckleberry that I'm thinking about planting in here to match this one. It lost a lot of its leaves. Before I plant it, it's green. Just gonna let it. I see some leaves coming out, so we'll let it get some leaves on it, and I'm gonna plant it in the garden here so that the huckleberry has another one with it. I still have my blueberries are doing good. I think I'm gonna add one here. This is another variety, was the Austin. So that means I'll have a Brightwell, a Premier, Powder Blue, a Blue Tiff, an Austin, and a Climax, and all from the Rabbit Eye variety. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. And so that's the front. I got my golf cart sitting here because I had to move it out, and now it's not running, and I don't know what's wrong with it yet, but that's the last on the list to start trying to figure that out. So I got this section of my area cleared out so far. Got my trees lined up. Actually gonna be I don't know if I'm gonna do it today. I might move them out and start getting my my blackberries pinned up and tied up, because they're coming back. They're getting green all on them. They're laying down on the ground in there. If you could see some, I don't know if you could see that, but they're down there. I need to stand them up and get my blackberries ready. So the banana tree back here did well, and I gotta just clean out all the garden here, and just, you know, I had a lemon tree right there. I need to tie her up. She's bending over a lot. She's full of lemons, and I need to get her tied up. My peach tree looks pretty good. Leaves are on it still. I think it's okay. And I have a mandarin tree right here. I need to restake it, but I didn't lose her. She's doing good. And everything that I had planted in pots, pretty much. This is my satsuma, my pink lemon. This is my red grapefruit, which all the grapefruit that I had on it, of course, the wind blew it all off. This is my olive tree. I need to straighten her up. I haven't had a chance to fool with her yet. Here's my my orange tree, which still has some oranges hanging on it. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 oranges on it. I need to straighten her up, but the thing is, the pot broke, so I'm just going to leave it alone, because I don't want to transplant it while it's got fruit on it. I'm going to wait till the fall, which is coming soon. But here's my lime tree. It still survived. My 2 apple trees made it. This little thing here with the tamarellos is still alive. It made it. This is the baby guava right here that I had grafted off of the mama guava. And now this was my calamundin tree, and it snapped. It broke. We was able to get all the calamundins off of it. My comfrey's still good. Now my big moringa tree is laying down here. I'm gonna try to stand her up and stake her up. I'm not sure. My papaya there, still growing. Still got green on it. Lost a lot of the papayas on it. It's leaning. I'm gonna see what I could do with it. But I got to get in here and start now. This is the area I got to start cleaning up. You guys, look. So now here's my guava tree, and she went through some shock with the hurricane, a lot of leaves turned brown, but she's coming back. This is a cherry tree. It's putting out actually some little flowers, ready to start giving me some cherries. My goji berry doing fine. Here's a fig tree, purple, that I had cut off of it and to make some more trees, and it just grew like crazy. Here's another one. This is a LSU Gold, and I'm seeing green starting to come out on it, so it's going to recover. My goji berry here, another one. This fig tree doing great. Here's a fig tree here. Look at that, popped open. That's a tiger fig, and it's recovering. It's getting some figs on it. It's growing too, surprisingly. And my pineapple, I got to get in there, straighten her out. I think she was going to be fine. Now I got my aquaponics. Oh, my chickens, they doing great. But when I start cleaning this is when I'm gonna start remodeling the coop and adding on to the coop and getting all this done. So when I get in here and start clearing this, which I need to start soon, I'm gonna start with the coop. My poor greenhouse, the frame standing, but the actual plastic ripped up, but the shade cloth stayed on there, so I'm leaving it alone right now. I gotta order some plastic, but all my stuff in here made it, doing well. Everything in here is doing good. Man, check this out. My orchids, my what they call it, my lemon, not lemon, my vanilla. Look at that. Is that awesome? Before the storm it was real small growth, and it's doing really well. This one's growing, and I had another one somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. I gotta look back. Here's one that nothing's going on with it, but I thought I had a third one, and I just don't know what happened to it. Bananas coming up. I got my dragon fruit in here. My coffee's doing good, and this has got a little growth on it, new growth. That's fine, but I still have a third one somewhere, and maybe I had gotten rid of it because nothing was growing on it. But then I think that was the other one that was growing, and I think maybe it got affected with the hurricane. But if that's the case, I think it'll still come back. These were all cuttings, figs. They all grow, and I need to get in here and separate them and put them in pots. Bay leaf, dragon fruit, and a pineapple tree. I forgot what I had in here. Well, whatever I had in here. Oh no, I thought that was it. Okay, this right here, I think was the Cuban oregano. So it's coming back. So this is all full of water. I lost a lot of things in here. Overall, though, guys, it could have been worse. This thing could be going, and I could have lost everything I had in here. But even while all this is going on, the arugula is growing, and I need to get in here and harvest that out. All the strawberries look fine. All my strawberries are looking good. Hey, ladies. So I just wanted to give you guys an update where I'm at on the cleanup. I don't work a whole lot every day. I work a couple hours. We're getting back to normal, so I should be able to put more hours in. And the reason for that was that, we didn't have any food. Even though we had electricity, we still didn't have any food. You couldn't go to Walmart yet because there was no power on in the city. All that's coming back now, so we're able to buy food. But before that, you had to go. They had people set up giving food out, so you go sit in the lawn, and sometimes you're sitting there for quite a while, and so it would take out a good portion of your day to go get, you know, at least twice a day. We were going to get food to eat, you know, to get a meal. And we're glad that's over with, because you know, when you start eating organically, you start eating good. I mean, we appreciate what they're doing, feeding people, and we needed it at the time. But you could tell, you feel it in your body. It's not the right kind of food for you. And even though it sustained us and helped us through a hard part of our lives, and we're very appreciative of it, it's not what we want to continue in. So we're getting things back going. I got all my stuff. I lost all my seeds I had, you guys. So I'm waiting for all that to come in now in the mail. I ordered a bunch more seeds. As soon as the seeds come in, I got to get my fall crops planted. So I'm getting ready with all of that. Waiting for the seeds to come in, and so I can get it rolling. And and then I'm fixing to probably next week. I'm gonna go pick up at least 50 trees and get my ads back out and start trying to sell trees. And I'm gonna make a write-up letting people know, hey, you know, if you lost your trees, and you know, why don't you consider planting fruit trees and citrus trees, so that way, if anything ever happens like this, you know, this is like 11 years. Last time we got flooded, it's been 11 years, and before that, I've been living here for 30-something years, and it was the first time with Isaac we had any kind of problem here. Okay, and then 11 years later we have this. So even if it would happen every 10 years or 11 years, it's still worth planting the fruit trees and the citrus trees, because you're still gonna get some harvest off of it that'll pay for your tree. And if you got to buy new trees and start over again, well, you at least you made some, you know, you got some return off of your fruit trees that you bought, and your citrus trees. And so to me, it seems more cost effective to plant those instead of planting, you know, other type of just ornamental trees. And I'm not against ornamental trees, but you know, when you're trying to grow food to sustain your family, and you live in a urban area, and you have just like a small average yard like I have, it doesn't benefit. See, like the big oak tree in the front doesn't benefit me. It actually blocks sun from me from growing other things. So so what benefits me is to plant things that I'm gonna be able to get food off of, because I live in such a small piece of land. So any tree that I'm gonna plant, I want to get food from it, and that's just my thinking. But it seems like a logical way to think if you're going to plant trees, and then so you're still planting trees, which trees still, whether they're ornamental or a fruit tree or citrus tree, trees by nature put off oxygen, and the more trees you have around your area, your land, the more oxygen is around your house and in your property, the better air you're breathing in your area. And look, I'm not just saying this. I got a couple of people that would come to my house, and now I don't have the swing set up, and I got to see if it's damaged, and if it is, I'm gonna have to go buy another swing for us. But I had people that would come here, sit in this swing, and they come here, and they're older people, and they love to sit back here because they say they can breathe better back here. And it's because I'd have a couple of hundred trees all around here, and the trees are just putting off oxygen in the air and actually purifying the air around my house. So every time you open your door, air that comes in is this air that's filled with oxygen from the trees that's even giving me better air quality in my house. So that's just some things to consider and to think about. So you're still getting the benefit of that. So why don't you buy a fruit tree or a citrus tree and plant those instead of getting some ornamental tree that that it's just there for pretty, for looks. That's fine, but if you get another hurricane and lose it, then you just lost whatever investment you had there. And this way, if you bought fruit trees or citrus trees, at least you're getting something out of it. Okay, all right guys, I just wanted to wrap that up today, kind of give you an update of what's happening here on the homestead. I got some trash out here, as you can see. I lost my refrigerator, and that's after they already came by and picked up the first load. So I'm working on another load right now, and probably later today I'm gonna start cutting up some of the trees that fell in the back and start hauling those out, and start getting that area in the back cleared out where the chicken coop's gonna go. And so I had to get all this cleared out so that I can get through here with the debris I'm gonna carry through, so I'm not tripping over everything. And then this is ready for me to start selling trees. If anybody wants to come get trees, and I know it could still be a while before that happens because people lost a lot, but you do have areas that people didn't lose a lot, and they getting back to life, getting back to the norm. And so I still got potential to still sell trees. Maybe not so much locally here in my town, which I didn't sell a whole lot locally before anyway. People came from New Orleans, Metairie, Kenner, St. James Parish, St. Charles Parish, all around to come buy from me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sign this out, get the chickens fed. We're going to go look at a vehicle that I want to get for Mindy, and I just wanted to get her a better vehicle, and the one that she has, I got to do something minor to it and sell it, and I can probably get me a couple of $1,000 for it. And so, all right guys, that's my update today. I still got a lot of cleaning up to do. Look, we're still, all of this still. I'm probably gonna get this looking nice right up in this area, because when people come over, I got to start getting this looking presentable. And one other thing I lost all my fish, and I lost the eggs that I had in the incubator. So I got to get all that going again. I lost a couple of quail, I think 3 altogether. Not too bad. They're all doing pretty good, the rest of them. So I'm glad I kind of, right before all this, I really downsized on the quail tremendously. I sold all the ones I had in the other cage. I sold some breeders out of here. I'm glad I did all that now, because I had less quail, less concerns, because each one is a concern. You all okay? I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna clean their beds out, and I hadn't done that in a while. So it's been 3 weeks to a month. These cages hadn't been cleaned, so I need to get in there and clean them. All right, guys. We day by day, a little bit by a little bit, we keep plugging at this, getting it done. Mindy's getting the house in order, even though the house didn't flood. Before we left, we almost ransacked through the whole house trying to grab things that we wanted to take with us, just in case we were going to get flooded again, because that's what we were really thinking was going to happen, that we were going to get flooded again, because this was really a direct hit. When we got flooded with Isaac, hurricane didn't even really hit us. What it did, it sat in the Gulf to the east of us, and it stopped moving, and it sat in the Gulf for a couple of days, and it just kept pushing the the Gulf waters inland, and then it just started flooding inland, and then it started getting into the lake, and we were only a couple of miles from the lake, and the lake began to overflow and began to come into Laplace and flood Laplace. So that's what happened to us with Isaac. And so with this being a direct hit, being like a Category 4 hurricane, which is like a F4 tornado, okay, hitting. You know, we had winds, sustained winds of 150 miles an hour. They had gusts up to like 190. I mean, that's incredible. But and it's not passing fast over you like a tornado. It's a hurricane that was just slowed down and sat over Laplace for 6 hours and just beat the tar out of our city here and our houses. And I'm really blessed that I have what I have left, and that many people from next door, neighbors across the street, I mean, many people totally lost their roofs. My neighbor next door had 2 feet of water in his house. I don't know how much, I didn't talk to them, I don't know how much they had in the house, but I saw the sheetrock all gutted out and was out for the trash. So I know they got water in their house, and I didn't get it in any in mine. That's amazing. It's amazing. If you hadn't seen the video called "Miracle at 412 Camellia," go look at that, and I'll try to link in it if I can remember. I'll link it in the description. But it's the video I did when the first day I came back here, and so I videoed it, and on that film you're seeing everything for the first time, just like I was. You were seeing it as I was seeing it for the first time, and I was shocked and amazed that I had no water in my house. We got a little bit on the edge in the front corner, front south corner, and it got into my closet, and we had carpet on the floor in there, and so it soaked up that water, so it stayed damp in there. So we got a little mildew. We got to get in there and clean it out. We still hadn't cleaned it out. It's not bad. Don't smell it. The mildew's not growing. Everything's dried out. It's not bad at all. But we just hadn't gotten to that part of the house yet. Mindy started here in the kitchen and began to work here, because we actually live in the kitchen and the dining room area, because we're sleeping on the couch and all right now, as she's cleaning the rest of the house. So she's just taking advantage of this time to purge the house, get rid of stuff that we need to get rid of. And we've been downsizing and purging for over a year now, getting rid of things. It's hard to let your stuff go, but I mean, look, if you got stuff just sitting in the closet, just sitting there, we hang on to things just because maybe memories, but you can have the memories without keeping all that junk in your house. So we just downsize and get rid of all this stuff. So because we're ready, we're getting ourselves ready to move. We know we want to move. We want out of here. So we're just waiting for the time. So when the time comes, we're not so overloaded and overwhelmed with all the junk that we got to take with us. We don't want to take junk with us. We want to purge ourselves here, and we want to make it easy on us when we make the move. We got a lot to move regardless. So, alright guys, again, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. You guys be blessed, okay? See y'all in the next video.